Hi, I'd like to tell you something about the nature trail, which you know about, and our new set of tablets that we have that go along with the nature trail. Um, First, I just want to say if you are familiar with tablet computers, most of them have some kind of games or activities on them that are fun to use. These tablets, these set of tablets, have none of this. Sorry to disappoint you. They don't have games on them. You'll never be able to take them out during free time and play with them. So kind of get that out of your mind. So what are they used for? Well, they are kind of a scientific tool that we'll be using on the nature trail. Scientists, if they're doing experiments or observations, one of the tools they might use is a pencil and paper. They'll write down their observations. They also may use a camera to take a picture of it. The tablets will be used that way. In the past, if you went out to the nature trail, your teacher took you out there, maybe teacher had you observe or experiment with something, and then you went back in the classroom and you had to write down your observations. So maybe you'd have drawings or sketches here, but the problem is this. If you wrote down an observation about a tree, for example, and on another day, in another classroom, another student writes down their observation about that very same tree. Well, that's kind of interesting that you have two observations about the same tree from two different people. That's kind of the way scientists work. They work together on things. But in this case, all those observations that you take, you have no way of knowing what was going on in the other classrooms. So there was no opportunity for you to be working with somebody or even to think about what they observed as compared to what you had. And by the end of the year, of course, you take those notes home, they might get thrown in the trash, they really pretty much disappear. All those great observations you had all year long, they're pretty much gone. The tablets will help change that a little bit. All right, so here's how it'll work. If your teacher in the future decides now to go out to the nature trail and you're going to do an observation using the tablets, you'll pass out the tablets, everyone will get one. You'll put it on your desk and you turn it on. You'll get the observation form here. Now, you'll notice the first thing that's on here is it asks for your student ID number. Enter that number. Then you're going to go to here where you decide what it is you're going to observe. Maybe you decide or maybe your teacher decides. Trees, plants or flowers, birds or bugs. You know, as using a tablet, with your finger, you just press one of these choices here. We're going to go ahead and choose trees as our possibility. So you're going to be observing trees. And then you turn your tablet off. Now remember, you're still in the classroom. You've set up your observation form, and now you're ready to carry your tablet outside to the nature trail where you set your tablet down on a table. You're not even concerned about it. You're following your teacher, doing whatever activity he or she has you guys doing. After it's over, your teacher may say, all right, now walk back to your tablets on the table there on the trail, turn them on, and now you take your observation. As an example here, you're making an observation on a tree. So, first question might be, do you see green leaves on the tree that you're observing? Yes or no? Do you see colored leaves? Yes or no? And do you see falling leaves? Yes or no? It's very simple. There is another question it asks. It says anything else? You can type an answer here. The keyboard will pop up. It's a little clunky to use, so it may not be an awesome way, but you can enter your answer here. And the last thing is if your teacher allows it, you can take a picture with your tablet. And then you're out on the trail, you've filled out your observation form, turn off your tablet. Carry your tablet back inside with everybody else in your class. Back in the classroom, turn it on and hit Back in the classroom, turn it on and hit this button, Submit. When you hit Submit, all your observations flow to a spreadsheet that we have here in the building. And this is just an example of what the spreadsheet could look like, but it would have your name on it, it would have your teacher's name on it, and it would include your observations. And if you took any pictures, your pictures would flow to another spreadsheet with the photographs on it. What would this allow you to do? Because you have all of these observations from all of these different people, not just you, but everybody in your class and everybody in every other class that heads out to the nature trail and records observations. Now you can look at hundreds of these different observations. So for example, you might look at where your observations, where you took them, and you might say, if you're looking at this picture, you might say, oh, we were at that top star. That's where we were when we took our observation of the tree, but that other class was at one of the other places taking their observation. Maybe you are looking at charts or tables. When were trees dropping leaves? When were they all green? If you had all those observations, you could look at charts that would tell those things. Or maybe you're just going to be looking at different photographs of that everybody took of things on the trail here. Well, are you ready? If it's okay with your teacher, we'll be passing out the tablets so you can try them out yourself.